Donald Trump seems to have opened the floodgates of celebrities who think that they can use their fame to get themselves into the White House, just like he did. Now that experience isn't a requirement for the presidency. There are many people in Hollywood who think that they can do a better job at being president than those who have come along so far. Some of them have taken an active role in politics, speaking out, and campaigning for candidates. Others just seem to want to jump into politics for the prestige. Michael Moore has been a very loud opponent to Donald Trump's presidency, and he has stated that he wants to see the Democratic Party run a candidate that is as popular or more. His first suggestion was for Oprah Winfrey to make a run for the office. She has the money and the following to do it, but she hasn't responded to Moore's suggestion. George Clooney. While George himself hasn't made any promises about making a move on the presidency, British bookmakers William Hill cut the odds in half of a George Clooney presidential campaign in 2020. The bookies stated that they based the change on statements from the Clooney family and the fact that George now has a very intelligent and charming potential First Lady as a wife. Katy Perry. Katy Perry might seem like an unlikely choice, but it seems that her anger towards Donald Trump has led her to consider taking the office herself. A month after Donald Trump announced that he was running for president, Katy Perry posted a picture of herself with George Bush and Bill Clinton. The caption at the photo was 42, 43, 46. Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks was the other person that was on Michael Moore's short list of people who would make a better president than Donald Trump. He thinks that Tom Hanks has the celebrity appeal and the likability to make a very successful presidential run. Tom Hanks has been outspoken about his belief in America and Americans. He was even awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Obama. Stephen Colbert. The great thing about Stephen Colbert running for president is that he knows how to appeal to both sides. He's got a huge following, an expansive knowledge of politics, and plenty of charm. Sadly, the comedian and political activist hasn't explicitly stated that he will run in 2020. Howard Stern. Howard Stern might seem like a choice that's way out of left field for a 2020 presidency, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. Howard Stern ran for governor of New York in 1994. While he didn't win the race, it might have been enough for him to consider trying for president in 2020, in order to make the changes he thinks need to be made. Will Smith. In 2015, when the divisive rhetoric of Donald Trump was just beginning on the campaign trail, Will Smith suggested that it might be enough to propel him into politics. He said that if he entered politics, there would be only one office he would run for, and that would be the office of the president. Here's hoping he'll make good on his words, because the rhetoric hasn't gotten any less decisive. Roseanne Barr. Roseanne Barr is a good potential candidate for 2020 because she has run for president before. She made a bid in 2012 to become the Green Party candidate, but when that failed, she ran for the Peace and Freedom Party. It's not unlikely that she might consider another try at being the candidate for the Green Party in order to get them more power in the next election. Ben Affleck. Few celebrities are more politically motivated than Ben Affleck. He often speaks in Washington and he's a very big activist. In 2014, his then wife Jennifer Garner said that he felt he could do more from outside the system, but that she wouldn't be surprised if he one day entered politics. It seems 2020 might be the time when he can do more from inside the system. Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie may be occupied right now with taking care of her kids as a single mother, but she has said in the past that she's open to a career in politics. She said, if you want to make extreme change, you have to take responsibility. After how this administration has treated immigrants and refugees, causes that are important to Angelina, she might be looking to make changes in 2020. Dwayne Johnson. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was asked during an interview with Vanity Fair if he would consider running for president. His response was that he wouldn't rule it out. While Dwayne is a Republican and would likely be running against an incumbent, he might have a decent chance depending on how well the presidency goes for Donald Trump. Chris Rock. Chris Rock is not one to beat about the bush, and it seems like Donald Trump's win was enough to push him over the edge. He took to Twitter after the election and wrote, "I'm going to run in 2020. Wish me luck." The tweet got pretty popular, and it seems like there are plenty of people who will happily wish him luck against Trump in the next election. Fran Drescher. Fran Drescher is another celebrity who's been considering entering politics. In 2008, when Hillary Clinton left the Senate to run for president, Drescher considered making a run for the open Senate seat. She decided against it, but said that entering politics was something that was on the horizon. Maybe Drescher will decide to skip the Senate and go right for the presidency. Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is a candidate who seems like he could appeal to both sides. There are rumors that anti-Trump conservatives approached him to make a run for presidency. Mark himself has also made an appeal to be Hillary Clinton's running mate, which suggests that the idea of the White House has entered Mark Cuban's thoughts. Kanye West. Kanye has a bit of reputation for saying strange things, but he's openly admitted more than once that he's considering a run for president. He says he doesn't have strong political views, but he does have ideas about humanity and the truth, and wants to use his time and his popularity to do something good for the country and for the world. Ron Perlman. Ron Perlman was another celebrity who saw Donald Trump's win as an opening for himself to get into the White House. He posted soon after the election that he was using his immense Facebook presence to announce his candidacy for 2020. He then made posters that said, "Vote for Pearl or go to hell," which he corrected to say, "and go to hell." Jesse Ventura. Jesse Ventura might not have the celebrity following that some of the other people on this list do, but he does have a certain sort of friendly charm that appeals to a wide range of people. He even suggested that he would consider running in 2016 if Howard Stern would be his running mate. The pair definitely seems like a winning combination in 2020. Waka Flocka Flame. Waka Flocka Flame is one of the strangest celebrities on this list, but he actually ran for president in 2016. The campaign seemed like a joke for many reasons, one of which is that Waka Flocka Flame is only 28. But he did release 2 campaign videos, and it was a boost to his career. There's a good chance he'll pull the stunt again in 2020. Howard Schultz. Howard Schultz might not be a big celebrity like some of the others on this list, but he is a much more likable billionaire than Donald Trump. He has a bags to riches story, a company that's more accepting of people, and a much more liberal stance. That might be enough to make him appealing to a wide range of voters in the 2020 election. Tim McGraw. Tim McGraw is one person on this list that might help the Democrats retake the South. He is one of the most popular country singers in modern history, and he's even said that he's considering going into politics. In 2006, he said in an interview that he would consider a political move in 10 to 15 years, which makes 2020 a good time to start.